Hello students, and welcome to Chapter 7 instruction. This is probably going to be done in one step this week because the instruction is relatively simple. We're going to be converting now from HTML, which is what we've been using up till now, to extensive HTML, which is XHTML. And it's a short checklist. It's not much that changes, but there are some significant changes that you have to be aware of. So you need to change the doc type that's at the top of the page. And I have an example of that, and you're going to be using it in your assignment as well. So this is what you're going to be using from this point forward. Okay, and you have to add a few things to your opening HTML tag, and that's also going to be provided for you. And I'll show you that in a minute. The other thing is that the HTML tag must be the first tag after the doc type. So that's probably not a significant change at all because you're already doing that. At the top of the page where you had the HTML doc type, the very next thing was your open HTML tag. So this is not really a significant change. This one might affect your code from this point forward. All elements, this is not your regular text, but all tags and elements must be written in lowercase letters. So you can't open an HTML with capital letters or have BR in capital letters or anything like that, okay? Number 5, this one's pretty significant. All tags must have a closing tag. And that's already the case for an A tag or a P tag or an H1 tag. But the BR in the image tags, which you haven't been closing up to this point, now need to be closed. So for example, this is no longer valid and must become this. Simple as that. In the image tag, now has to look like this. Equals, I'll just open a pic.jpg, close quote, alt equals, open quote, pic, close quote, space, /. Okay, so that's all you have to do is have a space / for those tags that don't have a closing tag. And all attributes must be surrounded by double quotes like you see here, okay, and must have values. In other words, this cannot be blank. The quotes have to be there and there has to be a value inside of it. Okay? So those are the only differences between XHTML and HTML. Alright, so what I'm going to have you guys do now is unzip the Chapter 7 files that you got in Blackboard, and this is what you should see. This is the standard Lounge website that you've been working with. I just brought it back to its beginning source. So you click on Elixirs, it goes here. You have a link back. You can't see it from here. You have a link back to the home page, and then you have detailed directions that also has a link back. So that's it. So I put all of the files, including, you'll notice there's a journal folder in here as well. The journal website, journal.html, is also opened up. So I have lounge.html, directions.html, elixir.html, the journal.html from the journal folder, and that xhtml.txt. This contains the heading, the doc type heading at the top of the page, and the information that needs to be in the open HTML tag, as well as the meta tag, which you've already been putting on your pages recently since we've been validating. Okay, so that's the only difference. So what we're going to do now, I'm just going to show you. I've already put the doc type, and I've already made this so it will validate. The Lounge, directions, and Elixir will all validate. But let me just show you what it looks like. So Control A to highlight all of the text in this document. Control C. I'll go to a validator, input it, and check it. And as you can see, it's successfully checked as XHTML strict. Okay, so I'm going to go down here and I'm going to grab this awesome XHTML validation icon and put it at the bottom of my HTML page. And Control S to save changes. And then when I refresh my page, I now have my XHTML 1.0 validation icon on the page. Okay, so you can do that to your directions and Elixir page. Those will validate because I made sure that they were good. But what I did on purpose is I took the journal.html, okay, and I didn't make it XHTML up here in the doc type. So I want to show you that it will validate as HTML. So I'm going to Control A, Control C, go to a validator, validate by direct input, and check it. And you'll see that it successfully validated HTML 4.01 strict. Not a problem. What we want to do is have it validate XHTML 1.0 strict. So I'm going to go to my XHTML text document, and I'm going to highlight all of these lines of text. Now be careful about how you paste it, because you don't want to double it up. So I'm going to copy this, go back to journal, and it's from meta tag. So I'm going to take from meta tag up all of this code and replace it with the strict, with the XHTML. Okay, so now you'll notice that the doc type at the top, I'll leave a little bit of separation here, is now XHTML 1.0. So let's try validating it now and see what happens. So I'm going to go to Control A, Control C, go to my validator, validate by direct input, paste, and check. Oh boy, 7 errors. Okay, so now when we tried to validate as an XHTML document the same exact code, except for the doc type and the HTML opening tag and the meta tag, it validated fine as HTML, but not as XHTML. So let's see what our 7 errors are. They're very basic. It's going to be easy to fix. So it's saying the image tag is wrong and some of the BR tags is wrong. So rather than go through this line by line, I can show you very easily. Actually, I'll do the first one first. The first one says it's on line 17. So let's go here. Go to line 17. In this image tag, as I told you before, all it needs is a space / Okay? The next one is, okay, that's just confirmation of that. The next one is on line 39, the BR tag. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down and I'm going to look for any image tag or BR tag. So I got all of these BRs that have to be fixed. Space / space / space / space / and space / and I believe there's another image on this page right here, space / and as far as I can tell, but we're going to see, it might still have one error, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to Control S to save it, Control A, Control C, go back to my validator, paste the code again, and check it, and it's green. Okay? So those are the types of things you're going to have to look forward to. And your assignment for this week is countries, and you have to make sure that all of your HTML pages are XHTML 1.0 strict compliance. That's what I'll be looking for when I grade your work. Okay? So I hope everybody has a successful week, and thanks for watching.